Hey y'all, I'm James Wright and welcome to Humboldt, Iowa. Here we are, let me get this in the right place. We're at the Humboldt, Iowa MWTCA tool meet, and this one is a lot of fun here. We have about 40 or so tables out here as well as displays and other things like that. And if you don't know anything about it, this is a part of the MWTCA. You can see the display over here. A really cool organization that is dedicated to the history of tools as well as buying them for people who use them, love them, collect them. It's an organization set up for that. It's $25 for the year, as well as you get the magazine that's regularly put out, and a whole bunch of other online benefits and things like that. We'll soon have a forum coming up where you can join that and trade as well as ask questions, and it's just an all-around cool organization. But if you want to find a place like this near you, go to handtoolfinder.com. On there I have a collection of every place I know of to buy hand tools in the world. Online and antique stores, meets like this, if there's a place to buy hand tools, you'll find it on there. There's a bug that is eating me alive. But let's go around and do this. I'm probably going to be doing a short here soon on these toolboxes over here because they are really, really cool. So I'm hoping to record a section on these. And seeing the inlay on this is just beautiful. But I want to dig into these and see what's inside. So let's come over here and look at some of the tools for sale. You never know what you're going to find on these. They're always interesting to dig in and see what's coming up. From the simple users to the interesting to the rare to the love old wooden braces with center bits. And here's some panel saws. It's a nice back saw in there. That's actually a sash saw. There's crosscut teeth. Some planes. Oh, this is really cool. I was showing this when I tried to do it live. This is actually a compression tester for locomotives, and so this actually turns into kind of like a not a chronograph. You wrap paper around this, and as this drum spins, the compression moves the needle up and down, so you can see what is the compression at different points in the cycle, and records it on that cylinder as it runs around. Really kind of cool on there. There's a cute little scraper, and we got combination tools. Lots of books and catalogs here today. Slide through. Thank you. Tack hammer, Marples, chisel. There's some nice little dogs. Yeah, I saw router bits and got, oh great. Oh no, they're actually router bits. There's a folding draw knife. A lot of Eric Sloan books. I always find those around. The combination chisel rasps. Yay! I hate those stupid things. But let's see what we got over here. He's got a whole pile of pocket knives. And then we've got a bunch of books. I usually buy 1 or 2 books at every one of these meets I go to. Lots of great information, as well as a lot of the old catalogs. I love looking through those and seeing what are the features that they're actually advertising for those specific tools. Because a lot of times the features that are advertising are different from the features we use it for now. And I find that's absolutely fascinating to me. Some nice long paring chisels. Shaper bits. Combination planes. Oh, there's a box of level vials. It's a bubble level for the spirit levels. Oh, I didn't see Gary's. He's got the hollows and rounds for the 45s. He's got a bunch of Miller's Falls stuff. Oh, these ones over here, there's a lot of bedrocks in here. Some very nice, well cleaned up tools. 6s, some 5.5s, some big ones in there. There's a 4.5. Scrapers. We have transitionals. A lot of combination planes over there. Here's a 55. Some squares. I love these marking gauges from Stanley. With, $70 on the router plane. Some plow planes. Let's come on around over here. Here we've got combination planes, some clevises, wrenches. There are a lot of wrenches. There's actually a whole tool club in Missouri called the Missouri Tool Wrench Collectors. Spark plugs. These are pens. Oil cans. These are lightning rods. So the pointers that go on the end. Our church just replaced our lightning system because we got struck a second time in like 10 years and it keeps frying electronics. So we put up a better system on there. Bunch of nice chisels. $20 each. 2 for $35, 3 for $50. Excuse me, I'm gonna slide through here. There's a nice, it's that 32 transitional Chaplin. A lot of people like Chaplins. Good old draws. Corner brace, regular braces. Truck Manufacturing Company. There's some interesting whiz bits. Yankee drivers, regular drivers. Let's see, we got some lathes over here. Some nice ones. This would be, I'd love to get one like this and actually connect it up to a foot-powered. That'd be kind of fun. I actually have this one sitting in my garage. Yeah, we'll see. Here's some leg vices. Some good old rusty tools. Love seeing some of these rusty ones that would come back if you put some love into them. There's some saws. This one's got a great little, love that round nose on there, it's pretty. Let's see, braces, tools and boxes. Everyone loves tools and boxes. There you go. And here we've got a chamfer scratch stock, so you can put beads on the corner. So you can actually change out the nose for different tools, making it a chamfer plane and such, but that one has the beading attachment on there. There's some twos, and on up, transitionals. Having fun? Panel saws, block planes, some wooden bodies, hammers. That's a nail puller. I thought about doing a video on that. It's kind of an interesting tool. You see them a lot at these tool meets, but you don't see them a lot in person. Here we got parts trays. It's always fun to look through those looking for that part you're missing. Let's come over here and look at Larry's table. He's got a bunch of chisels for sale.
You couldn't get out your billfold fast enough.
There's combination planes, big chisels. I would love to find a 1/2-inch corner chisel. You see a lot of 3/4 and 1 inch because they're mostly for timber framing. Yeah. There's a Lie-Nielsen beading plane or scratch stock. Nice little carcass saw. A lot of good carving tools here today. A lot of chisels here today. Slicks, hatchets. I'm talking chisels. There's a bunch. Some file handles back there. I like my chisels like I like my lemonade. Sharp and tangy. So, folding rules. A lot of spoke shaves. Bevel gauges, marking gauges, squares, block planes, plane fences. There's a core box plane. I did a video on that not too long ago. There's another core box plane. Bunch of nice ones in there. Plow plane, combination plane. Wrenches, $5 each, or 5 for 20. This is a nice little one-man crosscut saw. It's kind of cool. Wrenches and pliers and panel saws. Let's see what we got over here. Some knives and tapes, some chucks, squares, a lot more chisels, marking gauges, block planes, combination plane parts, squirrel tail, some nice 151s, great little spoke shave. Let's see what we got over here. Hey, that one's been sharpened a few times. We got some plane irons, bevel gauges. He's got a bunch of wooden bodies, some wooden body spoke shaves. And we got brace bits. I'm going to come back through here and see if he's got a pocket hole bit in here. Oh, he's looking for pocket hole bits. Door hinge cutters. Vertus sharpening jigs, skew. Here we got some old stock new files. More of them. There's a nice little bow saw. About 12 inch or so. It's got some good wooden planes on here with some information on them. Arms for a plow plane. Miter jack. Saw vise. Here's some Davitt scrapers down here. Those are kind of cool. Combination plane. A little of this, that. Some of the other thing. Combination irons. Some nice hatchets. Ooh, let's come over here. There's hello. Let's actually come on over this way because we've got the displays. And each of these, well, some of these shows have display sections, so it's interesting to see some of the collections and things that people have researched over the years. Now I gotta wait for this thing to turn. There we go. So this is Hold Easy made by Upson Brothers, Howard Mineroff. So these are actually screwdrivers, and on the end they've got a little clamping device to hold the screw in place. And this shows how they have changed over time from 1904 on up, and how they added different things and rearranged them. And it's kind of an interesting little study on those. That's one of the things I love about the MWTCA is getting some of the deep dive in these little changes that came up. Here's some long tapes by Bill Colm. Has some interesting little ones with the leather strap on there. Oh, thank you. And this one's one with the measuring wheel with the extendable arm, so you can actually put it back in the pocket. That's kind of cool. Just so many different little things. Up into the steel tape by Chicago. Let's see. Geology tools. So we've got some of the tools used in geology, as well as the fossils and bits, some of the information about people who used them and where they were used. And then this is going to be the fun one. The presentation today is over here, and it's actually on Bronze Age tools. And so he's got bronze drill bits, bronze hatchets, spears. And so these are actually kind of interesting because the old bronze axes were these small heads, and they'd be put onto a tapered shaft, and then that would be put into the body. I actually have one that is about this size here, and I'm thinking about making one. It's kind of a interesting little design. But he's got a lot of information on those, as well as some Iron Age tools. So we're going to be doing a presentation of that. Hopefully I'm going to be shooting a video on that with him today. So yeah, that is the tool show, and I hope you guys like this. bring that back down. And if you have any questions, throw them in the comments down below. But I think I'll do it for now. So until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye. Now let's stop this thing.